The Baltimore Ravens have made a couple of sneaky good picks. You're watching the Ravens Rundown. I'm going to break them all down for you right here on the show. It's been a good draft so far for Baltimore. Obviously, Malachi Starks, Mike Green, two top 15 players you snagged at pick number 27 and number 59. We talked about Emory Jones last night. The two selections we're talking about today, Teddye Buchanan, linebacker out of the University of California, Cal, better known as. And then the 5th round selection, which the Ravens actually traded back for. We'll show you that in just a second. Carson Vinson, the offensive tackle from Alabama A&M. He was the selection. It looks like Baltimore really, really likes that big talent out of Alabama A&M. Here was the trade with the Tennessee Titans. Kind of a confusing trade. You move back 5 spots just to move up 5 spots. I don't think it's anything to be upset about, but I also think it's a little bit strange, and I don't think it's anything to be yeah, good move. It was just kind of like a zero-sum deal. And I think you kind of missed out on some good players in that zero-sum deal, but I digress. Let's talk about the players that you just selected. That's what you're here for. Before that, though, I got a question. Can we reach 31,000 subscribers by the end of the draft? I know it's a very lofty goal, but I believe in each and every single one of you. We're 642 subs away. If you have any love for the Baltimore Ravens, you will love this channel. I need a ton of diehard Baltimore Ravens fans to lock us in right now. Hit that subscribe button. It's 100% free. Best coverage you can find right here on YouTube. All right, let's start with Teddye Buchanan, the linebacker out of California. And before we talk about the prospect, let's just talk about the position as a whole. You lost Malik Harrison. You lost Chris Board to Pittsburgh and New York. Trenton Simpson lost a little bit of faith in this coaching staff, or the coaching staff lost a little bit of faith in him towards the end of the season because he started 15 snaps only in the last 4 games of the season. And not started, he played 15 snaps only in the last 4 games of the season. And so you need linebacker help. You need linebacker depth. And Teddye Buchanan, I think, in round 4 is a phenomenal selection for that. I even think he could compete for a starting role. He's 22 years old, redshirt senior, 6'2" and 1/8", 233 pounds, so he's a really, really good size for a linebacker. And look at 2024. 114 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Just an absolute tackling machine. He offers some interesting traits in coverage as well, which I really like about him, right? He's not a zero-sum coverage linebacker, which I feel like is kind of the case sometimes with these guys. They're good in run defense and not much else. He showcased also some really good blitzing ability this year, even coming off the edge at times. I think Zach Orr is almost going to use him as a little bit of a chess piece. Not quite as big as he does Kyle Hamilton, but I think Teddye Buchanan is going to go all over the field. The run instincts are still lacking right now, but I look at that and say, okay, then this is a great fit for him because he goes into a place that is A, the best run defense in the National Football League, and B, next to one of the best Mike linebackers in the National Football League who excels in run defense in Roquan Smith. So this team isn't going to need Teddye Buchanan to be this unbelievable run stuffer, run stopper, just absolute beast, because he's going to have Roquan Smith next to him. And I think that's going to be great for Buchanan as well. He'll have Roquan Smith right next to him. I think it's a really good fit. I think it's a really good selection. And you may have picked a little bit earlier than he was projected to go. I'll give you that. But I also think he's a really big sleeper. And I think he's going to be able to do a lot of really good things for this team, for this defense. Here's what The Athletic's Dane Brugler has on Teddye Buchanan. Buchanan's physical traits are more good than great, but he is scrappy and football smart with strong tackling skills and competitive makeup. He projects as a Mike linebacker who can play on special teams until his opportunity comes. He projects as a Mike linebacker. I have a feeling that Baltimore is just going to kind of use him as a will right next to Roquan Smith, because I think that's the biggest lacking position for this defense right now when it comes to that linebacker room. What's not lacking, though, are these awesome Ravens draft hats. I know you have seen the prospects wearing them all weekend long, and they are sweet. And if you want yours, all you got to do is go to chatsports.com/Ravens draft hat. That link is going to be in the comments and description of today's video, by the way. Easy access. You can go and get one right now. They are flying off the shelves because of the NFL draft. Everyone's seeing them. Everyone's wanting them. And if you don't want the trucker high look, don't worry. They got the adjustable back. They got the fitted back. They got the regular ball cap look. Anything you could want, anything you could need, you got it right there. Chatsports.com/Ravens draft hat. Again, chatsports.com/Ravens draft hat. If you want to look as cool as all the prospects do, if you want to match every single one of them, then go hit that link right now. I think they're awesome. I think you think they're awesome as well. And so if you want to, keep up with the times, look as cool as these guys do, you'll head over to chatsports.com/Ravens draft hat to do so. Carson Vinson was the selection after the trade. Pick number 141, fifth round, first of the fifth round selections. They have another one coming up later. Out of Alabama A&M. This dude is absolutely massive, and I know you probably don't know much about him. That's why we're here, get you all caught up. He's 23 years old, redshirt senior. When I say massive, I mean massive. 6'7", 314 pounds. 12 games played this last year, a 75.1 PFF grade, only 2 sacks allowed out at that tackle position. He has incredible upside, and that's why I think he's such a sleeper, because I think his ceiling is so incredibly high. He has great length, great athleticism, but he also fits in really well with how the Ravens just do everything because he wants to play bully ball. Now, he needs a little bit more strength to be able to play that bully ball, but that's what you do. You get him in here. We're not going to project him to be a starter. He's going to be a depth piece as of right now behind Ronnie Stanley and behind Roger Rosengarten. And so you have time to build up that strength. However, he does tend to play tall because at 6'7", sometimes it's hard not to play tall, which can cause some pass protection problems. Here's what the Athletic's Dane Brugler had to say on Carson Vinson. Vinson had some habits that must be fine-tuned before he is ready for NFL competition, but he has intriguing physical traits with the energy and desire to get the most out of his ability. Shouldn't be an expectation of an immediate return on investment, but he is worthy of a draft and developed lineman. And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you guys, right? Everybody's probably in the comment section saying, Joey, this is a stupid wasted pick. He's not going to play. Why are you doing this? Well, guys, this is the exact roster that needs these type of draft and develop players. This roster right now could go and win a Super Bowl. But we want this roster to be able to win a Super Bowl 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Hell, knock on wood, if Ronnie Stanley goes down, you're going to need depth pieces. And right now you have none at tackle. None. Carson Vinson now is that. And he's got an incredibly high upside because of his athletic ability, because of his traits to be oh so much more. There's so many things I like about this player. Only has played left tackle. He's a little bit older. He's 24 in November. Don't really love that. However, he had an ungodly amount of snaps. Now, they were all at the FCS level, so there's going to be a little bit of a question mark on how he plays against a little bit higher competition, a lot of bit higher competition in the National Football League. But he's a guy who's just played a ton of football. Loves the game. He's an absolute beast. He's got great size, great traits, great athleticism. He's going to come into a really good situation in Baltimore where he doesn't have the pressure to be the starting left tackle, and he could sit behind, at least for a year, a guy like Ronnie Stanley, who just got paid, just got a bag, is one of the best in the game, and Roger Rosengarten, who was just in his shoes a year ago and had a phenomenal rookie season. Don't hold back for me. Get down in the comments section and grade the picks, both of them, A, B, C, D, or F. We will be grading the entire 7 rounds of the 2025 NFL Draft in just a second. Not just a second, later tonight. Make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned in for that. But get down in the comment section, grade the picks for me, and we'll see you later.